Hey folks, now some of you already know I'm working on an audio book, hence the reason why you ain't seen me around for a little while. Yeah, I make the odd video here and there, but I've been a bit quiet on YouTube. Anyway, this is the influence of today's video, inspiration of today's video, because I'm getting to my part of my book where I'm talking about my first experience of watching hardcore porn, in particular oral sex. Now, that's what I want to talk about today. Now, if you don't already know, my origin, my parents are from the Caribbean, my Afro-Caribbean origin. Why is that important? Because in my community as such, more so amongst the older age group, I don't know about the youngsters now, but I know definitely amongst my age and older, there is a squeamish, prudish approach to sex, in particular oral sex. And it got me thinking back to a conversation I was having a while ago with a young guy about a bad catch-22 that he may find himself in. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that catch-22. I don't have any solutions, but I still want to talk about it. So, right. As I said, in my opinion, when I was growing up, there was definitely a squeamish, prudish approach to sex, oral sex in particular. And so there's a terminology amongst the youngsters, bowcat. They call a guy that goes down on a woman a bowcat. Well, I'm here to tell you now, I am a well-qualified, skilled bowcat. Not only am I a bowcat, but I've been told by a lot of women I've got some skills. I'm fucking good at it. Now, of course, if you don't know the woman, if the woman's got bad hygiene and she smells and that, obviously, fuck me, no, you ain't gonna go anywhere near down there and protect. And best of all, you get to know her, you know how clean she is, yada yada. But let's put all that to one side, right? Let's talk about going down on a woman or a woman going down on you. So this guy I was talking to, he said, no, I don't do that at all. I don't do that at all. You know, I goes, okay, but do you allow the woman to go down on you? He goes, yeah. I said, well, that's a bit unfair. You should really return the favor. She's willing to go down on you. You should go down on her too. Provided she's clean and she don't stink and stuff like that, right? Anyway, this is the catch-22. What I was pointing out to him. You see, once you've had a taste of good oral sex, you can't go back to someone who doesn't give you oral sex. You find it very, well, I'm speaking on behalf of guys like me. I don't know what you are like, but I'm speaking of guys who have the same sort of sexual drive like myself. Once you've had a taste of good head, yeah, and then you come across an ex-lady and she's all squeamish. This is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie now. There's reasons why I don't really go for many black women. I mean, I've told you this before. I get the most negative response from my own color anyway. But let's put that to one side. Let's put that to one side. And this doesn't apply to all of them. This doesn't apply to all the black women I've dated. And in terms of sexual activities, that doesn't apply to all the black women I've dated, right? So not all the black women I've been with have a sexual, a squeamish, prudish approach to sex, but they are known for it. So because they're known for it, that's put a bit of the ABS brakes in my enthusiasm to go and chat to a sister across the way. Because, you know, there's a lot of stereotypes going in my head. I think, one, I'm used to getting a negative response from them most of the time. Two, if she hasn't got an attitude, she more likely going to have that typical squeamish, prudish approach to sex. Now, that's my problem. That stereotype is my problem. That's something I got to deal with, okay? So I'm just putting my hands up. You know, I know it's not all, but it's still a stereotype problem that's my problem, okay? It's not your problem, that's my problem I've got to deal with. Anyway, let's move that to one side. So I was saying to this guy, if you meet a woman you really like her, God help you if she's met a guy like me in her past. Because, like I said, I've been told I'm very good at it. I can make a woman come, and they say, I've been told enough times I've got skills. So if she's met a guy like me and she meets a guy like you afterwards who don't go down on her, you're left with a bad catch-22, because one, if it's something you don't like and it's not your thing, it's unfair for you to do something you don't really like. But at the same time, you don't want to lose her. If you don't want to lose her, you're going to have to go down on her to keep her. Bad catch-22. I don't have any solutions for you, I'm afraid, but that's a situation I hope you don't ever have to come across. I hope you come across a woman who's equally have the same sort of prudish approach to sex. But, you know, I hope for your sake, if you're like the young guy I was talking about, you don't come into that situation, because that is a very bad catch-22. You really like a woman, you want to hang on to her, it will upset you that, you know, you're not with her anymore and you enjoy her company, but you can't go down on her and she enjoys a man going down on her. That is a fucked up situation. Anyway, listen, I've got to get going, and I shall speak to you later. Okay, bye.